Here's a favorite poem of mine, written by the late Jack McCarthy of Boston and Seattle in his later years. And this is titled The Walk of Life, and here's the introduction. In 1986, the Boston Red Sox lost the World Series in particularly excruciating fashion, even for the Red Sox. The most memorable play of that series was a ground ball that went through the legs of a Red Sox first baseman named Bill Buckner. The Walk of Life. You weren't here that long, near the end of a career that wasn't quite Hall of Fame. We knew you through the box scores and the car radio. And I remember as that fateful season neared its end, almost hearing tears in the announcer's voice as he tried to describe the sight of you careering around second on your two terribly damaged legs, stretching a double into a triple. Gallant was the word he used, and gallant is how I remember you. But we live in a time where Nike erects a billboard in sight of the Olympic athletes. You don't win silver, you lose gold. And so it is that some remember only the nightmare 10th inning of Game 6, the big bouncing grounder that found a way between those gallant legs, condemning you to the underworld of those who made it to within a whisker of the top, who beat all the competition except one. The inmost circle of that underworld's reserved for the Fred Merkles and Roy Riegelses, Denny Galehouses and Mike Dukakis's, for those second-place finishers destined to be remembered particularly for their hamartia, that one error in judgment, the base untouched, the photo op in the tank. Oh, Billy Buck, why did it have to happen to you? I once saw a music video that began with a long string of clips of athletes looking foolish. Stone-fingered tight end juggles ball 5 times before a linebacker demolishes him and ball drops harmless out of bounds. Runner trips over second base as though surprised that it was there. Tall Caucasian butcher slam dunk, comes away bleeding, and then suddenly it changes. Wide receiver soars in the end zone, gets one hand on the ball, but it sticks, and he cradles it to his belly, surrendering his body to the furious crash of the cornerback he just burned in a moment of such violent airborne beauty, such conspicuous gallantry, that you thank God videotape exists, and you pray that long after we've destroyed ourselves, aliens will land and find this tape and wonder at the mad grace of such a race. And the soundtrack sings, you do the walk of life. I was surrounded by children when I saw that video, my daughters and their cousins, and like someone suddenly filled with the Spirit, I stood up and began to preach the brilliance of what we were watching, that if you want to achieve anything spectacular in life, you have to risk humiliation. And this one time they all listened to me, fascinated like pigeons in Assisi. And I can see you standing stiff and tall, the ball bouncing toward you big and slow, and I know you're thinking, thank God, at least we're out of the inning. But then it's a little too slow, and the batter is tear-assing down the line toward you faster than anyone named Mookie has a right to move. So you reach deep into the gallant center of your soul, and you will the ball to get there a little quicker, because now it has to. And there is one tired instant in there when you can believe you can do this, that you can will the ball there. It's believing in yourself too much. I guess what bothers me most is our dishonesty. We know this happens to 1,000 people, one way or another, every hour of every day, but we can't live with that knowledge. So we joke, we say, like Bill Buckner, ho ho ho, fostering the pretense we're too good for this to happen to us, when what is spectacularly obvious is we're not even close to being good enough ever to be exposed to anything this bad. Our errors go unnoticed because we go unnoticed, and we like it that way. If we were honest, your name would be spoken only after the lights were out, and then only between two persons who had achieved the deepest intimacy, who knew that they could turn to one another in the darkness when the fear was on them. One of them might gently brush the shoulder of the other, and the other one might swim up from the depths of sleep and whisper, "What is it, my darling?" And the one might say, "Bill Buckner." And the other might caress the one and whisper, "Shh, it's all right. Sleep will come when you're not looking. Morning will come, and breakfast, and things that should be easy will be easy once more. It's the walk of life. You've walked it before, and you will walk it again. Shh. Now, beloved, thanks very much. Thanks for listening.